Hi, I'm Caroline and welcome to my second vlog. I thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Living a creative and simple life is not as easy as one may think. It takes a lot of adjusting, learning and perseverance. However, it definitely results in a very happy and fulfilling life. So sit back for some moments and allow me to hopefully inspire you in some way or another. Enjoy this video. Composting is not just about throwing out organic material into a bin and forgetting all about it, but it takes a little bit of basic understanding to obtain the best results. This is what I have learned through my own research and trials and errors, which I will share with you today. I had started my first composting experiment in these big plastic bins. You drill holes all around them and underneath, and start throwing in your organic kitchen waste and leaves and whatever should go in a compost bin. And I was very successful with these. Once your composting bins are ready, the next step is to know what you can put in them. You will need to learn and keep in mind what is the difference between green waste and brown waste. And you will have to have a ratio of 1:2 greens to browns in the bin to have the perfect breakdown to make good compost. Ideas of browns are cardboard, remove the tape from the boxes, sawdust, dry leaves, twigs, which are sometimes harder to find than greens. Greens are organic kitchen scraps, but no dairy products, no meat, no cooked pasta, no leftover cooked food. Eggshells are good, but they take very long to break down, so ideally break them up into small pieces. Here you're seeing me turning the pile to check if it's too wet or too dry. In this case, it was a little bit too wet, so I added some browns to the pile, and then you need to turn it quite regularly to make sure that it has enough air and moisture. Here I'm also adding some wood ash from the fireplace. That's considered brown waste, since this bin was a little bit too wet, so I'm trying to add as much browns as possible. The pile, when you start it, will also need to be watered because it needs moisture. And if you see that the pile is getting too dry, especially in summer, you just need to keep watering it. Since the pile in the black bin would take about 3 months or more to break down, I realized I needed a bigger space, so I constructed this closure with pallets, and eventually I do need to have another one next to it, so when this pile is almost ready, I can turn it onto another one. Otherwise, you keep throwing things in the same pile, and it will take forever to be ready as compost. So you need another one, another enclosure or two, to keep filling them up to have more compost. Here you can see that the bottom part is much darker because the waste has already been breaking down into a very nice rich compost. Last year I took part in a Christmas market and I made a lot of wooden Christmas decorations, and I had some left over this year, so I decided to use them in my wrapping. I found this big roll of red paper, which is used really for tablecloths, but I'm using it to wrap the presents because it's very good value for money. Got some jute ribbon and attached the wooden decorations to the wrapped gift. When it comes to wrapping gifts which are soft, like clothes, I first wrap around them some cardboard. So when it comes to put the wrapping paper, it won't feel flimsy, and it has a tendency, if you don't have the cardboard, that the wrapping paper can tear. Hope you enjoyed this week's video, and if you did, please let me know in the comments below. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you all next week. Have a good week.